Redditors who make 100,000 plus a year without affording a degree. What is your job? Flight attendant. Topped out pay scale. Have to work about 13 to 16 hour days a month at home nights, or about 15 days traveling internationally. Lots of time off, eventually, and get to see the world and get paid. This is not easy. It's hard on your body and I prefer more. To make around 50,000 a year and work 6 to 9 days a month. But the choice is mine and that's nice. Own a private jet catering company. You'd be surprised what the richest 1% of people are willing to spend on stupid things. I'm a recruiter. No college degree or certifications. I had 5-ish years of retail/food experience, ending that run with a general manager title, before getting into recruitment. Pretty much anyone can get into a recruiting job if you apply to work at staffing agencies, Randstad, Adecco, Robert Half, Kelly Services, etc. Agency recruiting is a grind, but you can make a ton of money with the commissions, and the base salary without commissions is normally plenty to live on. And if you just pay your dues with a staffing agency for a few years, you can transition into a corporate in-house recruiting job after that. My first year in staffing, my base was 40k, and I made 70k total that year including commission. My second year, my base was 42k, and I made 90k including commissions. Then I moved into a corporate recruiting job with a well-known tech company. The base was much higher, but I took a bit of a pay cut overall in exchange for better benefits and work-life balance. My first year there, I was at 70k base, and around 85k total including bonuses. I just completed 3 years there, going into my 4th year now, currently at 80k base, and 100k including bonuses. I have a raise going effective in January to 90k base, and 115k including bonuses. If you go into recruitment, go with either healthcare, nursing or physicians, not allied, or tech recruiting. That's where the money is. You won't make much recruiting for more blue-collar industries. Feel free to ask me anything. Escort. It's legal in my country. Edit. I'm from New Zealand for anyone wondering. I'm the first person to admit I looked at your profile to see if you had pictures. Indie porn performer/producer. You don't need a degree at all. All crude jokes aside, you can teach yourself everything you need to succeed if you put your mind to it and are determined. Your looks are important, but they are only part of what will make you successful. And it might surprise you how wide a range of looks are marketable in the field of adult entertainment. Seriously, there is a niche for everyone. Short, tall, fat, old, hairy, big boobs, small boobs, every gender, every orientation, you name it. The real money comes from business administration skills, advertising and marketing, video/photo production, client interactions, and web admin. 95% of my job is spent in front of a computer screen, 5% is spent in front of a camera. It's way more important to be good at the former than the latter, though they obviously both play a role. I sell my digital content on a variety of clip sites and tube sites, as well as offer phone and texting services through a couple of websites. Occasionally I cam. I find that having a diverse array of income streams keeps my numbers up and catches a broad range of customers. A lot of people write off sex work as a career, but it's been the perfect one for me. I get to work from home on my own schedule. I have the pride of being a small business owner and watching my business grow over the years. This is my 9th year in indie adult media and it treats me better every year. I can thank indie porn for letting me pay my medical bills all these years and actually having a decent looking retirement fund for someone my age. Write code and trade. I never was one for school. I dropped out of high school to go get my GED and go to some type of college, but then life took over and I never went to school. I would mess around with my gaming consoles and programming through high school, and when I left I started working on the road cleaning hotel PTACs. I would be gone for 6 months at a time and come home for 1 week. So naturally I said fuck this. I started getting into crypto in 2015 to 16, which ignited the whole programming stuff again. I now write front-end code for a company as my 9 to 5. I have a few mining rigs going. I play around with options and stock trading, and I do side dev work. I'm working at getting into bug bounties. No degree, high school diploma here. I have my regular job which is project management. I buy and sell art as a hobby, and combined it's well over $100k a year. I can do both at the same time, and doesn't really take time away from my 10-hour workday. Drugs. I sell drugs. Waiter at Antoine's in New Orleans. Meals are upwards of $200. 20% tip is $40. Most round up to $250.00 at small tables. Lots of special occasions add to this, 15 to 20 tables a night, 6 nights/week. If you're in and good, the best get requested by the wealthy. Takes time and savvy to get into a restaurant like this, but $1,000 a night is not unrealistic, ESP during the holidays. Not me but my bestie, she make $100,000 maybe more in like 2 months. She's an exotic dancer and gets cash thrown on her as if it's effing rain. She loves it, so we don't judge, and no degree needed. Real estate broker. Nearly 20-year career. Haven't made less than $100k since year 3. Typically $200, $300k a year. Software engineer. I went to university for 2 years but dropped out. I learned programming on my own and didn't feel like paying another 2 years for courses I already knew. If I had gotten my degree I would have gotten a better/higher paying job right after school, but after 2 to 3 years of experience I earn just as much as someone with a degree. Since technology is constantly evolving, the software industry doesn't care if you have a degree, as long as you can demonstrate the skill set required for the position you're good. My husband drives a truck and makes $100k plus. Executive chef. Although the majority of my work is administrative now, I still spend a few hours a day in the kitchen. Real estate agent. Requires a high school education and licensing courses, but no college/university in Ontario. Network engineer. It's not about the degree. It's not about certifications. It's about your dedication, commitment, and skill. If you are good at it, you will get what you deserve. Porn star. My job has been trading crypto. It's treated me well over the last 5 years and been one hell of a ride. I'm ready for the next 5. I don't have any degree, any certainty, and never went to trade school. I work for a media company that gets hundreds of millions of YouTube views per month. I just sort of fell into it and ended up being good at it. I repair and replace natural gas pipelines. It's basically just construction with some simple plumbing and pipe joining involved. Most utility companies are a good place to look actually, to work your way up. Some guys I work with make upwards of $250,000 to $300,000 with overtime. I own a small casino. The business is very lucrative. Even on a low level it's hard not to clear $500, $600k a year in this industry. Much more likely to be 7 figures even at less than 200 players a day. Dropped out of college first year. Now I'm an independent pipe welding contractor, traveling across country to work new construction or outages. Lots of weeks working 84+ hours, but there are weeks I'll be home and completely off. Started in sales and now I lead a team of salespeople. I'll close out way over 100k this year and have been making 100k plus since I was 23. I'm a grocery store owner. Came from a family that insisted a degree was essential to life. All 4 of my brothers and sisters got one. I dropped out and took full time at a grocery store I'd worked at since I was 15. Put my head down and worked. 5 years later the competition offered me my own franchise. Now I make more money than all of my brothers and sisters with their fancy degrees. My advice is, if you don't want or are unable to go the degree route, find a company/business you have a knack for and put your head down and work. It may not be lucrative at first, but if you're dedicated and driven you will quickly work your way up in any company. 10 years of strong relevant experience will outweigh a degree to any smart employer. Once you have that experience you can cash in on the better paying, more cushy management style roles in your field that most likely bring along the bigger salary and perks. Edit. Surprised more people were interested in this than I thought. For a little more explanation, it was 5 years after I dropped out of school I was offered a franchise opportunity. I had worked in the business for about 12 years total at the time. What I was offered is called an LEP franchise, low equity partnership. The purpose of these agreements is that they do not want people with deep pockets buying their franchises. They want people motivated to make money, not people who already have it. You are required to pay an initial investment or franchise fee that is usually around 25k 50k. That is your initial equity. The company then finances your interest-free loan for your inventory and equipment. You are required to pay that loan back through your profits, or pay it off in its entirety when you sell the franchise back. You pay yourself a predetermined salary, usually starting in the 75k 125k range depending on the size. Then you and the company have an even 50/50 split of the profits at the end of the year. You also typically have to agree to pay a certain amount for marketing and purchase X amount of your stock from said company and follow their program.